What's up, everybody? Good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever you're checking this out. I personally never thought we'd see this, or anyone would at least make note of it if it ever did happen. And that is, the pages of the Nashville shooters, manifesto that we've all been waiting for. Crowder allegedly got his hands on 3 pages of it. I'm guessing more if he really does have it. I don't particularly have a hard time believing that he's the kind of guy that would stop at nothing to, get his hands on it. I just never thought we'd actually get, they'd bury it. Like it'd be released when something else stupid is happening on like page 7 and no one would, hear about it and quietly go away. A lot of us thought we knew what was going to, be some of the stuff in there. And a lot of that happens to be in there. So that doesn't, surprise me why, they're arguing, oh, right, it hasn't been released, and it's full unless these leaked pages are released to start. And I see people fighting on both sides, the side of release it to the people, the side of don't release it to the people. Everyone has, their, fair arguments to make it. I'm not here to make any arguments for any, for anyone involved. I'm just, who am I to tell a victim, of, that actually died in it, what they're supposed to feel with all these things. I just personally am on the side of releasing it to the public just so everyone can know, because they always go after things, assault style rifles, this, that, it's always gun, gun, gun. We never talk about the mental health problems or anything that's, underlying in it. And that's why I'm on the side of, releasing it to the public. And especially because then there's no cover-ups, redactions. Obviously there's some things you're going to have to, cut out here and there. But if they do it, non-redacted, no one can spin it so the whole world can see it, then everyone can make their own damn decision on everything and stop just going after the same talking points, which we'd have a lot more of if we just got the stuff straight from the horse's mouth and we didn't have to keep arguing for it for 7, 8, 9, 10 months, years. It'd make everything a lot easier. It'll never happen, but so that's why I'm on the side of releasing it. I mean, everyone else, everyone has their own thing in it, but that's where it comes down to. And I read what Crowder has released, and so far the police, both Nashville Metro Police, the FBI, any of them won't confirm if it's actually pages of it, if they've ever seen it, if it's anything. And again, the FBI and them active in court trying to have the thing handled so they literally can't actually say anything while that's happening. So I get that. I will say that from what I've read so far, that he stated to be the manifesto of Aubrey Hales, it really was what we thought it would be. Sadly, just in there, I mean, there are racist, remarks and slurs in there towards white people, calling them crackers multiple times, using homophobic slurs in there, like faggot repeatedly. Again, just the words in there on the pages. Attacking them for being in their fancy schools with daddy's Mustangs and convertibles. White privilege line gets thrown in there. All the, gets used all the time. It was in there. And, that's just on the pages that they released. And I mean, it was planned out, which is, the really big crazy thing. But again, those crackers going to private fancy schools with those fancy khakis and sports backpacks with their daddy's Mustangs and convertibles. Fuck you, little shits. I wish to shoot you weak ass dicks with your mop yellow hair. Want to kill all you little crackers, bunch of little faggots with your white privilege. Fuck you, faggots. That's off one of the pages. That is not me trying to be a dick or besmirch anyone, because I'm one of the people. I don't give a damn what you are. Just don't throw it down my face. I don't throw anything down your face. Everyone wins. Do you. Keep me the fuck out of it. That's, where I'm at. And again, that was just one page of it. And again, we expected all that stuff, to be in there, the normal. It really is, in a lot of them, sadly, a lot of these things, especially lately, when everything comes down to, talking points that we've heard for years, they're just being, taken out with that. And regardless of, anything that was wrote, anything, that the big thing we have to know is that we lost, 6 souls to the shooting, including 3 9-year-old children. And I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to take any. I'm just saying 3 children and 3 adults the school had, I believe, and then 2 61-year-olds. I do not remember what they do, but we lost 6 people to an act of sheer stupidity and, lunacy. And so many lives were changed forever because of what happened. And again, there are alleged mental health disorders that the shooter was being treated for, the whole transgender thing. God knows what they were on there, because I saw reports right at the beginning that no one could confirm anything, it's treatments for mental health disorders or anything going on. But we know that on LinkedIn, everything used male pronouns to describe all of that. And again, I'm not trying to say it was because of that. Before anyone gets there, we don't know what's there, because I've seen things from here, there, and everywhere. And then again, it slowly went away, and you didn't see anything, for months and months, which is what I really think the world wanted to see. But the big problem, guns were purchased legally, but the form says you're being treated for any this, that, or the other. There's lots of things. If you lie on it to get it, again, that could be the case. But confirmed being treated for something, and they got it, which means they lied on it. And taking guns out of the hands of innocent people wouldn't have stopped this. Just law-abiding citizens that want to protect themselves. Had nothing to do with this, and I did see that argument, which is disgusting. Again, I saw the argument for the transgender thing. I'm just saying that was part of it. Allegedly in there. That's just part of it. But what does that all come back to? That is the problem that everyone is, just jumping on. We need background checks to have them. Need all kinds of, no, you don't need to take the guns out of law-abiding citizens, because they're not going out there doing this. It's a mental health disorder. I've been saying it forever on the Jesse Rosinski Show episodes. You can go through a bunch. There's the Wednesdays with Walter one. I do a nice Sunday sit down with Justin. Like, there's all kinds of stuff about mental health and everyone's just jumping on the system and blaming the guns. And they're not acknowledging that there's a supersized, catastrophic, cataclysmically sized mental health disorder that no one gives a damn about. And in fact, they only don't give a damn what they're doing. They're making profit off of it, especially, and even out of taxpayer dollars. This is, it's being encouraged and bankrolled, and they've made a whole industry out of it. The timeout generation did not work. There's more, and they're pushing all, they're learning about sex earlier, all the transgender things going on, like all the everything. They were already confused enough at that stage, and they were throwing all this extra stuff in there, which just throws even more anxiety and crazy in there. Can't deny it. People don't need to be more confused at that age, when we already had a problem with adolescent suicide and drug use and stuff. Like, we didn't need to do it. It's a mental health problem, and they go unchecked. And sadly, we'll see if, this, hell, I'm not even going to say we're going to see it. It's not going to do anything. Moved right on. Everyone blamed the guns. And then when, everything else started coming out, everyone just moved on to another story. Like, it didn't matter. That's a problem. That's actually a really big problem. So one day everyone will wake up. By the time they do, it's too goddamn late anyway. Because here we are, still pushing it even harder. It's crazy. But we'll see what comes from it. Again, if that's the entire thing, if that's, real, if it isn't, all that will come out, and no one will confirm anything. But again, that doesn't mean anything, because, it's still in court. So, just like the FBI statement, they can't comment on it because it's an ongoing case, about, the control of the manifesto, will be released, this, that, and all of that, the semantics and stupid that goes into all that stuff. So they literally can't say anything. But again, if it is what we think it is, hopefully the rest of it gets, released for, everybody. Everyone can really see, this is what they were thinking. This is what was going on, because it's the only way we're going to understand any of this shit, any of this nonsense. Is if people actually, they don't just use the word transparent. They actually are. And we learn the problems that all these people have, what caused it. That'll actually get rid of the problem, not taking guns out of, law-abiding citizens' hands or anything like that. But like, we need to get a hold and a check up on this mental health problem. And once we get that, instead of confusing people more, pushing all this stupid, let's just push some common sense and teach people useful things in life. So hopefully we'll figure it out. I have no, faith in any of it, but that's something we should all agree on. We'll see where it goes from here. But thank you for watching and listening. Don't forget Apple Podcasts, Spotify for podcasters, Good Pods. I'm doing good on there. So if you don't have Good Pods, lots of great shows on there. Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Audible, Overcast, YouTube, and Rumble. And I have the link tree. Don't forget sponsors at W Energy, Hodge Twin Store, Hold the Line, Goth Treasures, I got all the, and Reaper Apparel Co. got all of them. Share the hell out of everything you see. It's all in the link tree on the socials. I appreciate you. And until we meet again, everyone, thanks. Bye.